Good day. My name is Veron.
And I'm Shikina. So today we're going to talk about our study, which is the comparative analysis of the antimicrobial efficacy of garlic extract against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria.
From ancient civilization to the present day, garlic, scientifically known as Allium sativum, has played a significant role not only as a flavoring spice but also a potent medicinal agent with documented efficacies in treating bacterial illnesses. Throughout history, various cultures recognized garlic for its therapeutic properties and incorporated it into traditional remedies for addressing a range of health issues, including bacterial infections. The well diffusion method tests antimicrobial activity by placing substance field wells in bacteria inoculated agar plates. As the substance diffuses, a zone of inhibition forms around the well, showing bacterial growth inhibition and substance effectiveness. The purpose of conducting a comparative analysis of the antimicrobial efficacies of garlic extract against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria lies in its potential to elucidate the effectiveness of garlic as a natural antimicrobial agent across different bacterial types. Allicin, found in garlic, exhibits antibacterial properties against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, including Staphylococcus aureus, Listeria inocoa, Citrobacter frundi, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa, offering potential therapeutic benefits against various infections. This study addresses the pressing issue of antibiotic resistance by investigating garlic extract's potential as a natural antimicrobial agent against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. With the rise of resistance among bacterial pathogens, finding effective alternatives to conventional antibiotics is crucial. Garlic extract, known for its broad-spectrum antimicrobial properties, offers promise as a sustainable and potentially synergistic option with conventional antibiotics. By evaluating its efficacy against a wide range of bacteria, this research aims to contribute to the development of novel strategies for combating antibiotic-resistant infections and preserving the effectiveness of antimicrobial therapies. This study aims to evaluate the pharmacotherapeutic potential of garlic by employing the Mueller-Hinton agar and well diffusion methods to assess its antimicrobial activity against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. By subjecting garlic to rigorous testing using established laboratory techniques, this research seeks to elucidate its efficacy as a natural antimicrobial agent. The use of standardized methods like Mueller-Hinton agar and well diffusion assays allows for consistent and reliable evaluation of garlic's ability to inhibit bacterial growth, providing valuable insights into its pharmacological properties. Through this investigation, the study aims to contribute to our understanding of garlic's therapeutic benefits and its potential applications in combating bacterial infections, thus addressing the ongoing challenge of antibiotic resistance. This study hypothesizes that garlic extract will be more effective against gram-positive bacteria due to their thicker peptidoglycan layer, making them more susceptible to its antimicrobial properties compared to gram-negative bacteria. The hypothesis underscores the significance of cell wall composition in determining susceptibility to garlic extract and its implication for developing therapeutic strategies. Materials and methods. Garlic extraction preparation. After the garlic bulbs were peeled, weighed, cleaned, crushed, and filtered, the fresh garlic juice used in the study was extracted. Subsequently, it was immersed in ethanol to facilitate extraction and kept at a temperature of 35 degrees Celsius for 48 hours in an approximately 100 ml container. Well diffusion flowchart. The garlic was filtered and added to an early mayer flask after it had been soaked. To transfer 4 ml to a centrifuge tube, a sterile pipette was used for aspiration. Next, it underwent a 10-minute centrifugation at 5000 rpm. Using a marker label each MHA plates with desired details. Swab each microorganism onto MHA plates using a sterile cotton swab to create a non-growth of bacteria. After centrifuging for 10 minutes, a sterile pipette tip was used to create a small hole in the center of each MHA plate. Using a micropipette set to 10 to 100 UL, a 35 UL of garlic extract was pipetted and placed into the hole of each MHA plate. Lastly, once each MHA plate has been dispensed with garlic extract and allowed to sit for 15 to 30 seconds, invert the plates and incubate them for 48 hours at 35 degrees Celsius.
So for the result of the effectivity of garlic extract, as you can see in the table, the wall diffusion method conducted for gram-positive bacteria revealed that the zone of inhibition Staphylococcus aureus is 12 mm, and Listeria innocua showed no zone of inhibition respectively. So for the gram-negative bacteria revealed that the zone of inhibition of Citrobacter frundi is 5 mm, and for the Proteus vulgaris showed 9 mm zone of inhibition respectively. So this is the image of our result for the gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. So the hypothesis proposed that the garlic extract could demonstrate a higher efficacy against gram-positive bacteria compared to gram-negative bacteria. So this hypothesis was based on the structural differences between these two types of bacteria, particularly in their cell wall compositions, where gram-positive bacteria have thicker peptidoglycan layer compared to gram-negative bacteria. However, the results obtained from the well diffusion method indicate some discrepancies from the hypothesis. In the case of gram-positive bacteria, the zone of inhibition for Staphylococcus aureus was 12 mm, which suggested that the garlic extract was effective in inhibiting the growth of this bacterium. However, Listeria innocua showed no zone of inhibition, indicating that the garlic extract might not be as effective against this particular strain of gram-positive bacteria. So for the gram-negative bacteria, the result also deviated from the hypothesis. Citrobacter frundi exhibit a zone of inhibition for 5 mm, which indicates some level of effectiveness of garlic extract against this strain. Similarly, Proteus vulgaris showed a zone of inhibition of 9 mm, indicating moderate efficacy against this gram-negative bacterium. So the results suggested that while there are maybe some trend towards greater efficacy against gram-positive bacteria, as hypothesized, the actual effectiveness of garlic extract varies different bacterial strains regardless of their gram classifications. Factors such as strain-specific susceptibility and the presence of additional resistance mechanisms might influence the observed difference says in efficacy. Therefore, these discrepancies between the hypothesis and the result could be attributed to the complexity of bacterial responses to antimicrobial agents, which cannot be solely explained by the structural differences between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. So for the conclusion of the comparative assessment of garlic extract antibacterial effectiveness against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria yielded numerous critical results. The study verifies the idea that garlic extract has varied degrees of efficacy against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, while gram-positive bacteria were more susceptible to garlic extract, with significant inhibitory zones seen for Staphylococcus aureus. The efficiency was not consistent across all strains. Listeria innocua, for example, showed no inhibition zone, suggesting a lack of efficacy against this specific gram bacteria. Similarly, gram-negative bacteria were susceptible to garlic extract, but with smaller inhibitory zones than the gram-positive bacteria. Citrobacter frundi and Pritis vulgaris both showed inhibitory zones when exposed to garlic extract, indicating antimicrobial action against gram-negative organisms. So this data highlight the complicated nature of bacterial sensitivity to garlic extract, which is impacted by variables other than cell wall compositions. More study is needed to understand the particular process behind garlic extract antibacterial activities and to improve its efficacy against a wider variety of bacterial species.